Let's go. Our man, Panda, in the house. If you guys remember, a few months ago, we have Bit Shaman in the house with the Gym Hunters, and they know Jet. They're advising for Hourglass, right? Advisors for
Yeah, that's
Hourglass.
right.
And you guys have been big fans. You've been in his corner since he was just a nobody, right? So when I met him in November, he had no partnerships, nothing going. You know, we were trying to connect with BitBoy, and that's how we met, actually, and in Decentral Miami. Okay, so fun. How did you guys get to know Jet? How did you guys connect? The Gym Hunters, all in the description below, by the way. We got the Gym
Yeah,
Hunters.
there
They're
was
traders.
actually a funny story because Indiana, our researcher, he got in touch with Jet, and Jet told him about all the plans he has and all that kind of stuff. But we looked into it, and at first glance, it looks like like to be blunt, a failed meme token at that time. I'm not saying it's no, but at that time, it just looked like, all right, you had your pump, you had your typical meme token cycle, and now it's kind of like, yeah, not really working out. But then Jet was like, let's have a call, let's talk directly, and that's already sort of like a interesting sign when a meme token, when the team is doxed and actually wants to jump on a call, you
Oh, we're
so
losing you. We lost you there. You're frozen. You're frozen on the screen. My man. He's waking. He's in Croatia right now. And he's probably, he's got his coffee going. He's prepping for the gym. This man lifts weights. If he flexes his biceps, the foundations of the earth tremble. Oh man, you're still frozen. Panda, come back to us. Come back to us, my man. That's funny. He thought it was, that's the second time I've heard the weight token at one point was referred to as a meme token. That's interesting. I just recently heard that. And so I know with Jet, okay, there's so much going with the weight token. These guys, the Gym Hunters, they are traders like GF Burke, my man, with Crypto Lifer. And they have a little trading group, and they got a lot going on Twitter, Telegram. Oh, baby. We got Sergeant Filthy McNasty in the house. So these guys jump in the Twitter spaces every week. I think they have a consistent weekly show, maybe on Wednesdays, but Panda just said his internet died. Oh, man. I love this guy. I love these guys. And so maybe he'll come back. So I'm trying to even remember how I came across these guys with Bit Shaman, Panda, and I was going to ask him how they met, how they got involved with weight. They're big fans of the next Crypto Gym TV show. Here he is. All right, let's go. You're back.
Man, sorry.
No worries. No worries. So
pretty fucked
you
over here. So
you thought weight was like a meme token. We were just talking about how you're just getting warmed up this morning. Next is the gym after the show. All right, let's go.
So exactly. We thought it's kind of like a meme token that lost traction and kind of like dying. But
yeah,
Jet wanted to talk to us directly, was doxed. That's already a really good sign for a meme token. So then we jumped on a call. We really liked his plans for the project and everything, but what we also really liked was his personal track record. I'm not sure if I can mention it here, so I better not. But
okay.
he's done a few crazy things in his past, like really big stuff.
Yeah.
You might have seen he connected BitBoy to Trump Jr., so that might indicate some of the stuff he's done in the past. And that's also been one of the things when he told us that stuff, but we didn't really have any evidence. It was like, wow, that shit's crazy. I'm not sure if it's true, but if it's true, it's fucking crazy. And then, like, piece for piece, it all came true. He connected BitBoy to Trump Jr. He got BitBoy on. He got Laya and George and all the other guys on the show.
Yeah.
Then he got us on a call with the founder of Neft. which was also pretty crazy. Like meeting him directly, seeing it's all true. They're actually connected. He's coming on board. He's coming along with all the plans and has bigger plans for it, like his other brands connecting to weight token and everything. So that's what really got us interesting. We agreed to the deal and started advising, helping them a little bit on the marketing side. Yeah, that was, I think, end of 2022, if I remember correctly.
Yep, that sounds about right. That's when I met him. And yeah, he was a nothing. And he is, talk about a make it happen guy. Look how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
In such a short amount of time, exactly. It's insane.
So crazy. The guy hustles. I was attached to his hip for a whole day right there in his office and was blown away. We went to a gaming conference in LA, spent a whole day with Jet. So amazing. Next crypto gym, weight token. How are the charts looking with that? I mean, it's from everything I've seen, all the charts that I've seen, it's like a perfect chart for bullish. Yeah,
absolutely.
So
we had our consolidation and everything, and now with the show coming up, I think it's, I don't even know, like 60 countries or something, different languages, right. All major streaming platforms. That's going to be big. Yeah.
And there's more announcements to come. We know big stuff coming. We know the weight token is going to be, fundamentally speaking, the utility for the weight token. We got, they're an incubator, and their first project besides the next crypto gym is Alpha District, this gaming project where the weight token will be the exclusive token in the game. Okay, so just that alone, super bullish. Plus all the, and I think they're talking about announcing the next project here soon.
Yeah, okay. Which is also going to use Hourglass as their token.
Yeah, I think all the incubated projects, the weight token is the exclusive token. So we're talking multiple projects where the weight token is the exclusive token. I know the community is strong, and the weight community,
they're really strong.
And so some of these guys are like, it's going to be a top 10 token on the market cap. That would be mind blowing if that actually happened, because right now it's micro cap coin, 25, $30 million market cap right now. Okay. So I'm pumped for the next crypto gem. Okay. I'm pumped. So I'm going.
I mean, it's also, it's not like the circulating valuation, but it's actually the fully diluted valuation is just about 25-30 million. And with all the upcoming projects using it, then you have Neft Brands and what they are doing, connecting it with the token. Then the next season of the crypto gem is connecting it with the token. So back in the day, they said, what's the utility? But now you have so much utility, you don't even know where to start.
It's like mind blowing, actually. Super bullish on that. So many different things in the works with that. I think they have plans right now. There's already 12 different projects they're looking to incubate.
Wow.
Okay, so
that's insane.
Who knows? Who knows the future there? Sure seems like a good one to be a part of. So how did you connect with Bit Shaman? How do you know Bit Shaman?
That's also an interesting story. So that was during the last bear market. The Gem Hunters already existed, but was kind of like a little bit dead. The market was really bad, and there wasn't much activity going on. So back then, everything was kind of dead in crypto. It wasn't like this bear market. It was actually dead, like completely dead.
Right. Back then.
And yeah, I joined the Gem Hunters, like the chat. And yeah, we were just trading. It was literally just me and Shaman, sort of like the channel, me and him. That was all the activity. And all we were doing was flipping Cardano and a couple other tokens with our entire portfolio for like 1 or 2% gains. And that shit was fucking stressful, man. So we were literally going all in. At that time, I think I've built up my portfolio to about 25K or something, 30K. That was a lot of money for me at that time, because I was a student and was hustling in crypto also. So trying to build up my portfolio, rough time, 1 to 2% gains was the goal, but sometimes the market would dip and you would lose fucking 10%. So
Yeah.
2 weeks gains would be wiped out within one day. We
Right.
we also didn't really know what we were doing, and then Corona happened.
Right.
Basically, from 30K portfolio down to 5K maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was thinking, like, all right, I'm just finishing my bachelor's degree, university, and finding a fucking job because this crypto thing is done. But then we kind of like spoke, me and Shaman, and we're like, let's try to turn this around and actually make it successful. So not just me and him chatting most of the time and like 5 messages per day in the whole chat, but actually turning it around, researching projects, trying to build the platform, and then also interview solid projects that we reviewed to give the community a perspective that there's more than just fucking pump and dumping shit coins and stuff
Right.
like that. So exactly like after the Corona crash, we started to get more serious. And to be honest, the timing played a big role because it was the perfect timing.
Yeah.
When you look at the chart, like it was Corona crash and then it was up only.
Yeah.
So the timing was just perfect, yeah. And from there, we've built it up pretty fast. We've became, I would still say, the most legit crypto community on Telegram right now. Twitter is a different story. Like there are very, very big Twitter accounts with which we just can't compete. But on Telegram, we're the best. We're
Oh,
hands down the best. We're still the most active. We still have
it's
like
nuts.
real conversations, not
Yeah.
just fucking bot spamming. We are very restrictive. We got like 20 moderators whenever there's spam, whenever there's like these huge shitcoin posts. You've probably
Yeah.
seen them, like where it's just like buy this token and that, and it's going to 100x. That's going to get removed right away. That's not something we want to see on the channel. So real conversations, real community members. That's what we're proud of.
I noticed. So I'm in there, and I I had to mute the damn thing because it's like you go away for 4 hours and come back, and it's like 1,300 unread messages. Then the next day, it's like 2,000 unread messages. It's just insane
Well,
how much
not
activity.
not not gonna lie. Now that the market is quieter, the
Yeah,
channel is also, but
sure.
it's still doing okay. We don't have any spam, so it's real conversations. And whenever the market picks up, we're going to be right up there.
Man, I believe it. So man, it's so cool just seeing everything going on, being a part of these different things. So, okay. So you met Bit Shaman just by joining the Gym Hunters. That simple.
We've met over Telegram, yeah.
Hey. Yeah. Hey, Kong. I know. What do you guys think of my new house here? We
That's
switched up the background. Okay, keep going. What's that? So
that's the weird thing about the connections we've made in crypto. You probably too. Like
yeah,
most of these connections I've made over Telegram, over Twitter, they are deeper than, unfortunately, my actual connections in real life. So when you're in crypto, when you're making good money and people around you that used to be friends, not like I try to get away, but at some point they kind of get weird. Either they think you owe them something, or they're like, yeah, I don't know, I just want to drink. And you're like, I got stuff to do. I can't go drinking. I can't do the dumb shit I've done in the past. So yeah,
who's got time
they
for that? It is weird.
they,
Like,
they start saying you're boring, but it's just a time waste, honestly.
yeah,
I'm 30 years now. Wait, am I 30 or 31? I don't even know sometimes. 31, I think. Yeah, I turned 31.
okay,
So I got different stuff to do nowadays than getting completely wasted on the weekends. Maybe pop a couple MDMAs or some shit. It's just a waste of time, and that's maybe for your early mid 20s. But right now it's hustle time.
that's right. So you guys are hustling. You do Twitter Spaces on Telegram. Tell me more. I'm fairly new to Telegram. When you
Oh,
say,
you are?
yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's just blown up now.
Mm.
Once I got in, It was originally I got in with Jet, and the Hourglass community, and then there's Shiny D, Baby, and Alt Father. How did you connect with those guys? You guys just met?
Let me think. Actually, I'm not sure how we connected to Shiny. I think it was through the Moon Summer community.
Oh,
I'm not sure if you heard of them.
Which
Yeah,
I'm holding. I'm still holding. I'm holding my
me too.
Moon Summer, baby. Let's go.
Oh, you had a Moon Summer NFT, or you mean the Summer token?
The token.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shaman bought a couple of these NFTs, and they are down bad, like really bad.
Really?
I think they were like close to 30K each per NFT.
Really?
Yeah, collection size is fairly low, but yeah, 30K for one NFT is fucking nuts, and now they're down a shit ton. But yeah, we met Shiny through Bonsama. He was very active on there, doing his stuff, doing his crazy videos for them and shit, hyping up the community. And so that's kind of how we met when we got into Bonsama. Unfortunately, right now, I don't really know what's going on, but there's been like within the community a lot of fighting, and then between community members and the team and stuff. So let's see if they can turn it around. I'm still holding at this point. It's not even worth selling. I think I'm down like 70% or something.
At least, yeah. I would say, yeah.
Worst case, it's a nice tax write-off.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So, okay, I was just something come back. Okay, so I am going to Vegas, hang with George coming up. A lot of people are going to be there. I think Jet's going to be there. I'm not sure if Leia, maybe Brian D. Evans will be there. And there's
did you get to meet Brian?
I did. I met him in LA the day before. I spent the whole day with Jet at the Neft office right there, attached to his hip, all his meetings and everything. It was wild. And he's just 100 miles an hour and just go. He's just always boop, 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 boop. I don't know how he sustains it. I mean, it's like crazy. His pace, he's Mr. Make It Happen. So fun. I'm interested. I know there's a lot of up and coming announcements. Okay. And there's going to be some big announcements, I think, there in Vegas with George. Okay. Okay. So what are some projects you guys been looking at, talking about? Anything you want to bring up there? Like the crypto markets are looking. Oh, yeah. Also, I want to ask you how the charts are looking these days.
I've actually not checked the chart this morning because I literally just woke up. I assume we're still in the same fucking range, like 30.3K on Bitcoin or something.
I think so. I'm going to take a quick peek. Yeah. What's that?
30.3K on Bitcoin.
30. Yeah. Yep. That's exactly it.
Same range. Yeah. The market is like, has been super boring the past, I don't know, 1 or 2 months or something, like really, really boring. And legit projects just lost momentum because it's all been about Bitcoin. What the fuck is Bitcoin doing?
Right.
So Bitcoin dominance has been rising, and I wasn't really trading much. There are a couple of projects I was sort of like DCAing. I bought a little bit of weight, not much to be honest, because my weight bag is pretty fucking heavy already.
I love it. I love it. I bought a little bit here recently.
It's already up like 20% or something, 15%.
Yeah.
And I'm confident it's gonna be up a couple of X's in no time. So a little bit of weight. Then I think I doubled down on my Ferrum bag. Because I think Ferrum is definitely gonna do well in the long run. We've worked with Ferrum for a long time. I think it's been like 4 years now that we worked with them.
Really?
Solid projects. Yeah, a lot in the pipeline. To be honest, I don't think it's in the same scope as Wade's connection and Jet's connection are fucking insane. So I think during a bull run, that's definitely going crazy places. But
crazy.
Ferrum is Ethereum is one of these like super low caps right now that I just believe are going to. I don't want to like say too much. I think it's going to 10x, 15x. I'm happy with that. That's nice gains. You're not getting that anywhere else. Not real estate. Not nowhere. That's crypto gains. 10x, 15x. So double down on that.
Nice. Okay.
Injective is one I can't believe I missed. I had Injective at super low prices.
Okay.
Flipped it a couple of times during the sideways last year. Then it just took off and I never found an entry again. But Injective definitely want to keep on the list. If you can get an entry, I think around $5 would be a nice entry for long-term backs.
Okay. How about Casper? I know GF Burke is a big Casper guy. Did you get into that?
Completely honest, I don't know what Casper does. I never bought some because sometimes when people shill a project to you and you know these people are kind of like a little bit shady, dirty, it's fucking turns you off from even looking into that project. And unfortunately, it shouldn't be like that. I should have looked into it, but sometimes that's just the case. So a friend shielded to me, and I know he's usually the type of guy that tries to fucking pump and dump on your back, even though I wouldn't be able to single-handedly pump a token like Casper, but he's done it on microcaps in the past, so I didn't even look into it. Just straight pass. But I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. People are very bullish on it. So
same.
If the inflation isn't crazy, if the circulating supply right now isn't too small compared to fully diluted, then I think it should do well. Yeah.
Let's go. That's like, so the DeFi Kingdom's Jewel token, fully circulating, deflationary, it's burning. That's another one I'm bullish on, but it has taken a beating. Unlike just like you said, there's so many legit projects. It's one thing to be an awesome dev, have a good vision, be a good developer, okay, but it's a whole nother thing when it comes to actually managing a project, hiring and firing new people, keeping the sentiment, the marketing, the messaging, the communication. These are totally different animals. And then the psychological effect that the bear market has on people. And then when everything's crashed so hard, everyone bitches, because they've lost tons of money in the project. And then keeping it's so hard for a dev. They're just people. And it's hard for them to manage that. And most of them, they can't. They crumble. Either their conviction isn't strong enough. They're not like dead set on it. That's why I love finding those projects where their face is set like a flint. They just, they're going to keep going and grinding no matter what the hell happens, come hell or high water.
That's one of the things with Jet that was insane. When we just started to work with him, to get back to Hourglass again.
Yes.
There was like Jet kind of solo hustling. And at some point we were like, shouldn't you get a little bit more help? Isn't it getting too much? Or aren't you too burn out? And he was like, I would burn out if I wouldn't have that much work. I need that. I need that fuel. I wouldn't be able to go without it. And we were like, all right, let's see how long it lasts, because we've seen a couple of founders like this, and they maybe last for a month and then they're completely burnt out, leaving the project. But Jets, wow, insane. It's like 17th of July, and he's been nonstop grinding for nearly a year.
Yeah. Just making this happen, making something out of nothing, literally. I mean, there's like,
and he literally
made it happen. 100% Jet. It's like all roads in crypto. I'm kind of seeing when we look down the road 2-3 years from now, when we look back to today, it'll just be like, do you remember Jet was a nobody? It's like now all roads are leading to Jet. We're talking big VCs, big VC partnerships, big money in crypto. We're talking influencers. Like, so it's like Jet is the guy.
The biggest, literally the biggest name in crypto. Some of the biggest VCs in crypto.
100%.
The first ever crypto TV show, then a Bitcoin, a billionaire backing the project. It's just like everything coming together. Insane.
And it's fully diluted. Like you said, they don't need the weight token to
Yeah.
raise money for the project or
Yeah.
for the TV show. They have all the funding they ever needed. And then for season 2, it's like tripled the funding. So it's like, look
It's going
out.
to be a wild ride. Yeah.
The upside to the
Right,
weight
right
token.
now, it's literally just waiting for the bull run, relaxing, waiting it out, and weight is going to run like crazy with all this exposure.
Oh, I mean, all the biggest people in crypto, and then who knows? It really is.
Yeah.
So that is a good long-term hold. I haven't sold really any. I've sold a little bit for gas fees and like,
Yeah.
but I've been buying. And I bought when I first bought, it was at like less than 5 cents, and so man. And then it was a completely speculative play back then. Everyone, even people were joking about it, making fun of it. I remember when I first got in it. It's wild. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
our community as well, because the day we got in, and today we announced that we are advising them, it's, I think, jumped like 50-60%.
Yep.
And our community was already like, yeah, we will wait for a retrace and stuff. And the chart afterwards, literally just nonstop up, 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 up. And I had some guys messaging me, weight's going to dump soon, sell, this kind of shit. And I'm like, all right, bro, you missed the train. Yeah, now we are comfy at 30 cents, still holding.
Yeah.
Probably going to reach $1 quite soon.
Yeah, I would be surprised if it didn't, honestly. And so I know people in the community they have high expectations. I've heard so many people in that Telegram, it's going to be a top 10 coin. You just wait. It's fun. I love it, man. So when is your next Twitter Spaces? All in the Gem Hunters info description below. They do weekly Twitter Spaces. They're on Telegram.
What's today? Oh, it's Monday. So Wednesdays or Spaces. Sometimes we do it on Thursday, but yeah, usually it's Wednesdays, 19 UTC time zone.
Let's go. I think, which is Central Grady time zone, I think is 1 p.m. I think normally, and I always try to make it. I love you guys. Keep up the good work. Yeah, man. Anything else? Be sure to join at the very least. Give them a follow on Twitter, but their Telegram. What else do you guys do? So you guys are a trading group. What exactly do you do?
Yeah, so
I know you guys do a lot.
We try to go with the market sentiment. So right now, for example, is sort of an uncertain time. If we would have started to promote shitcoins, I'm just calling them shitcoins here, but any alt token a month ago, people would be down on average like 50-60% now. So what I mean by we try to go with the market cycle narrative is when we see opportunity, we go with it. And on the other hand, if we think it's not a good time, then we will completely sit it out and chill for a month, try to find other ways to make money or just relax. Because sometimes preserving money is better than trying to chase it and lose it at the same time. It's really important to know when to buy and when to just sit on your hands.
Yeah.
I think now it's coming more to a time now that our tokens retraced. I think it's actually a much better, obviously, risk reward ratio to get back into altcoins. That's why I bought Weight. That's why I bought Ferrum. I bought something else, but I can't even remember, to be honest.
Okay.
And other than that, what we've been doing was me and Shaman, we were more like relaxing a little bit because it's been pretty much 4 years nonstop. We are still around, but we are not trading actively. We are more like we're there for the people if they get questions, but personally not trading much, or just what I'm doing these days is swing trading. Swinging Ethereum, swinging Bitcoin, and I've shorted XRP a couple of days ago. That went well.
Yeah.
Other than that,
after it
I
pumped
wouldn't.
hard,
Yeah,
you shorted.
The pump was too crazy. Yeah, I'm not really a leverage trading guy, but when you see something like that, the risk reward is just really good. So
yeah,
shorted that. And
nice.
What we are doing a lot these days, I think both of us, is also try and motivate people to get their mindset right, to get into the gym, to eat healthier,
Yep.
get out. I think that's really important because
Uh-huh.
when the bull market comes, we will be glued to the screen fucking
Yep.
24/7.
Yep.
That's just how it is. And your health might suffer from it. You need to be prepared mentally and physically. It's really fucking stressful to be glued to the screen, watching your portfolio go up and down. Even if it's just up, that also takes a toll on your fucking mental health because it's not healthy. It's honestly like some, especially younger people, it fucking ruined them. At 19 years of age, they made, let's say, I've seen guys, they made hundreds of thousands out of nowhere.
Right.
They had no idea what to do with it. They lost it all.
Yep.
They weren't really in the mental and physical position to handle that kind of loss. And after you've made, let's say, 200, 300K within a couple of months, you can't go back to a regular job where you're making 1K or something. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
So really be mentally prepared for all this shit is very important, and we try to help people with that. We are not like professional coaches or anything, but we've been through this journey for long enough now.
Mm-hmm.
We've handled it pretty well, I would say. We lost it all, we made it all back, and now we kept it, made even more.
Oh, good.
So
Nice.
trying to help people on that end, I think, is even more important than just helping them making money. When they just make money, they will lose it eventually. That's the experience I've personally made, because I've also made money and completely lost it all again.
Yep. Don't even ask me how many times that's happened to me. Like, holy smokes. Okay. I made a lot and then lost all of it. So been there.
On the same token, did you basically
no, I've been in
ride a
crypto
roller coaster?
2015.
No.
And I'm a business guy. So I basically retired last year pre-Luna crash and then lost all of it. So I was in
Luna was crazy, man.
Oh my gosh, because I was in Luna for since the beginning, like really early.
Wow.
And was a real big believer, was in all of the ecosystem all over the place, all the protocols. I was real early into Binance Coin. So when you talked about even when it's going up, it's hard mentally, because one of the hardest things is when you sell too early too. That's like the sophomore mistake. People have, they write it up and then write it all the way back down. And so they think, I'm going to take profits. And then next time it goes up, they sell it way too early and then watch it even potentially 100x. And then they could have made millions and millions of dollars, and that wrecks you too. It's like the mental game behind it is nuts. You're right. It is.
It
crazy.
really is, man. Like not letting it get to you. Having what for me personally worked is having a game plan and always stick to it. Like, don't even care what happens afterwards. Stick to it.
Yep.
So what I started to do is, and I might get a little bit heat for that, but I also took profits on Hourglass. Not insane, but I took profits because that's just my game plan. With everything I do, no matter how much conviction I have, I take my initial and take a little bit profit. Then I keep the rest depending on how the community is, how the project is building. So I took my initial, took some profits. Community was going crazy. Jet was building like crazy. So I kept the rest. But just taking your initial and some profits already takes so much relief. So it gives you so much relief, and there's just less stress involved holding the rest, because you already know, like, no matter what, the rest is already a completely free bag. And also when I take profits or when I sell a project, there's been one particular that completely took off, but it's just part of the game. So it was, at the time I think I bought one token for about $85. The all-time high per token was 80 grand. X1. I'm not sure if you heard about that.
What is it?
X1.
X1.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
NFT pixel monster kind of thing. During the NFT hype, it completely took off. And I was holding, I think, 3, 4, 5% of the supply at some point.
Wow.
So that was a couple thousand X, which I missed out on, but I really don't care because I have my game plan. I'm still doing well overall. I'm not stressed with my strategy. And as long as you're doing well, regardless, you could have gotten more, but does it really matter, man? You have to understand nobody's fucking buying the absolute bottom and always selling the top. It's a PvP market. You're competing against hundreds of thousands or millions of people, and everyone's trying that. So it's literally like hitting the lottery. It's not going to happen in most cases. So don't stress yourself about it. It's like buying a lottery ticket and then stressing that you didn't win. It's just what it is.
Yeah, it's a good way to look. That is a good way to look at it. Ooh, that's a little bit of a paradigm shifter. When you go buy a lottery ticket, you don't get all freaked out when you don't win. Interesting approach. I love it. What I had decided to do after being through chaos since 2015 and the crypto markets and everything is just look for the projects with strong fundamentals where the team's grinding. First and foremost, the team has a vision and a purpose and a cause and a passion that's driving them. It's not about making a quick buck. They're not looking at the 5 minutes in front of their face trying to make a quick buck. They have a vision and a purpose, and they're solving a problem or having a solution or having a game, whatever it is their passion is.
Yeah.
And the team is grinding and they're going for it. And it's not about money. Those are the projects I've just decided to, that's my conviction. And it really is relieving.
Yeah.
I used to be like, oh, I should have bought it. Could have, would have, should have bought, should have sold, should have, and without really understanding the fundamentals deeper, without really kind of getting to know the teams of a lot of the projects. And, I could, though, someday see myself as a trader. Like if somebody wanted to, like another one here, GF Burke right here, he's a big crypto lifer. I don't know if you know who that. I love the guy. Love his heart. Crypto lifer. Okay. So if someone wants to be a part of the Gem Hunters, obviously they can follow you on Twitter. They can join your Telegram. What else is it that you guys do? Do you guys like have a paid service type thing to become a part?
No. Okay. So for us, very important is that we never charge the community. Everything is free for the community. But we charge projects for example, if they want to have an AMA, a written review, which we then publish on the website, that's paid service for the project, but never anything for the community. We never had a paid Telegram, never had a paid Discord or Patreon or whatever. It's completely free for the community. And me and Shaman, we are both like very well off at this point, and we wouldn't have to do it, but it's honestly the love of the game and helping people. And as I said earlier,
that's it.
Like we are very close to our guys on Telegram and Twitter, so we're closer to them than to most real life friends. It's really about helping them, growing the community, seeing them do well. That's something really nice. And also it goes both ways. For example, if we do well, we realize when we are sharing something, some achievements or anything, they're really happy for us, genuinely happy. But when you share it with real life friends, they're like, yeah, but this and that, like they're never really happy. There's always like some sort of envying and shit.
It's so true. It's so weird how that is so true.
It's unfortunate, but that's how it is.
Yeah. I've got like one or two friends that are real friends, local here, and I haven't even seen them in probably over a year.
Yeah.
But they're good dudes. I just am a hermit here.
Yeah.
It's so weird how true that is. Um, so okay, I love that, and I love what you said about helping others. I mean, that is what helps bring me life. I mean, that's what gives me motivation to do what I do, to be a blessing, to follow the golden rule, looking out for the and developing a reputation where everyone's like, oh, you got to follow this guy. And that's how I succeeded in business. Had an insurance
Yeah.
company I sold and a car dealership, other businesses that I had started from scratch. And that was the key. You just do awesome by people. You do what's right by people, and it comes back to you because you build that
Yeah.
reputation.
Yeah.
And you know that you're going to always look out for their best interests and treat them the way you would want yourself to be treated,
Yeah.
and be awesome. Go above and beyond for them or whatever. And man, I love the vision.
Absolutely agree with that, because the way I see it, if you just try to make quick money and you don't really care about who's on the other side of the trade, so to say,
Right.
if you're just going into business to fuck someone over,
Right.
you might make a quick buck. It's like flipping a shitcoin, but it's much better to create a long-term business relationship and make constant money long-term rather than making a quick buck and then you're fucking out of the game. It's just not fucking worth it.
I would always say that's why most car dealers are broke, because most of them are shady. I couldn't hardly ever find a legit car dealer. It was weird. They were
I
all
think
shady.
it's like one of the most shadiest businesses ever.
And
German car dealers, it's like fucking mafia. Super shady.
And they're all broke because they look at the 5 minutes in front of their face. They went, ooh, like the car's got a bad transmission. They cover it up and then sell it as if it's all good. Okay. And then what happens is they wreck their reputation one person at a time. And to the point to where they have to scheme even harder. Ooh, they have to find even more creative ways to get the bills paid. Okay. If just looking at the 5 minutes in front of your face, because their reputation is so wrecked, they have no friends, nobody trusts them, no one wants to do business with them. And so they have to go to a new location or scheme different ways on how they can figure out crafty little ways to make more money. Or if they were just legit, the wealthiest car dealers are the most legit ones, because once all they had to do is just be legit, just lose the $1,000 on that car, okay, and keep your reputation strong. And over the long run, everyone will want to buy a car from you.
Exactly.
Is that
exactly the same, for example, for crypto communities as our community compared to others and stuff like that. So there's the money aspect, there's the reputation aspect, but there's also the aspect, how do you live with yourself if you know you fucked over people constantly over some money? It's just not worth it, man.
It's crazy to me how people are in this world, how projects are. It blows my mind. It just blows my mind. The human race blows my mind. Like never ceases to amaze me.
What was the shadiest project that you can remember you invested in? Is there one particular that really comes to mind?
Oh man. I mean, I've been in so many that went to zero, but as far as like actually
the founder or the team constantly lying, constantly breaking promises.
Gosh dang. I'm trying to even think.
For me personally, that's worse than a straight rug pull. Because a straight rug pull, it's like, let's take the example. It's like a girlfriend that comes home, gives you a kiss, but behind your back, she's constantly cheating. Mm-hmm. So the better thing would be just a straight breakup, a rug pull, than this kind of shit where it's like a slow rug. It's constant fucking lies, and you're hanging in there. You're maybe even buying the dip while the team is fucking dumping on your ass all the time. So for me, like the worst thing a project can do is when the team is just full of shit, constantly lying, trying to keep the project alive, but not alive in the sense that it's going to work out, but alive in the sense that they will drag this whole thing out for so long that they can keep selling their team tokens all the time. That's the worst thing.
Oh, so what? I'm trying to think of any that I've personally been a part of. Man, are there any that pop out to you?
Yeah.
I mean, I could bring some up. Okay.
I got one, a big one, really
What
big
is
one.
it? Tell me.
So I start off with the guy that made Shiba Inu,
Okay.
the 20 billion or something at the peak, was the same guy that was the CEO of that project and kept lying to us. So we knew the founder and maker of Shiba Inu before he made Shiba.
Okay.
His other token, I think it's also kind of public by now. Unification is his first project.
Okay.
He forked the old Binance chain. Before there was BSC, there was a Binance chain on sort of like a Bitcoin fork thing.
Right.
And he forked the Bitcoin fork thing by Binance. So he forked the fork, created his unification chain, then got us into the marketing side. And he's a really good speaker, like a very good salesman. So he got us into calls and was telling us all kind of stuff that's coming for the project. He was telling us, for example, that he's working with F1 Racing, that they're going to have all their records on his blockchain, that he's working with Brazilian hospitals, that I think 50 million or 100 million patients' records are going to be on his blockchain, and how that's going to blow up, all this kind of stuff. Then at that time, I think it was about the time when the US was hit with this massive BLM riots. So he said that police brutality records are also going to be on his blockchain, and how he's working with all these organizations and shit. And we were quite new at that time. We really just started doing our thing. We didn't have that much experience, and we thought when a CEO is doxxed and is like on a call with us and telling us all this shit, that just can't be a lie. There has to be some truth to it. But yeah, it's turned out to be all a complete fucking lie. Everything, literally everything, was a lie.
All of it
Then
was just a lie.
yeah, we were digging deeper into the guy behind it, Nima Jahan. Found out that he was running a lot of real business scams before that. So he was pretending to have a product which doesn't even exist, and then he was raising money from VCs and stuff. 1 year later, he would just say he's bankrupt. So that's crazy. And then he made Shiba Inu, didn't tell us about it, only told one mutual contact about it, that he's deploying it. Yeah, Shiba Inu's story was also kind of funny because it pumped and dumped, made like 20x, and he was the first one to create a token with this insane supply. So when people were buying back then, you didn't even know how much you bought, how much you sold, because there was just a huge string of numbers, like the token amount that you bought. You had no fucking clue. Back in the days, even more than now, because now the market cap is fairly high, so you sort of have an overview of the token. But back then, literally, you bought like one Ethereum, and Ethereum was $300-400 at the time, and you had like the amount of tokens you had was just insane. You had no idea how much it is.
Like,
so when people were buying, literally.
Right.
So when people were buying, they had no clue what the price is, at what price they're buying, how much it's up. Back then, you didn't have all these tools now, like DEX tools and stuff, where you have charts. There were no charts for Uniswap shitcoins.
Right.
So it's pumped like 20x. Two of our close guys got in, made 10-15x, sold everything. Then the project died. Literally went to pretty much zero. He even shut down the website of Shiba Inu. He said like, yeah, that's right. Now it's a community-owned project, as they say when they're fucking abandoning it. Yeah, he shut down the website, shut down the Telegram, left. And then Elon Musk started shilling fucking Dogecoin. So There was only Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, only these two dog tokens. And he's sort of like street smart. He's a clever guy, gotta give him that. He's
Yeah.
seen his opportunity, revived Shiba Inu, and the rest is history. Shiba went to fucking 20 billion market cap or something. It was insane watching that and knowing that this guy behind it is a fucking scammer. Insane.
Mm. Wow. That is really interesting. I think that's the second time I've heard bits and pieces of maybe that being the case. The original, interesting. So and so many projects. I've been in hundreds of projects that went to zero, like Substratum, for example. I think they were legit. They were legit.
Substratum was one of the most hyped projects back in the days when I got in. It was all over the place, man. Everyone was talking about it.
Yeah. And kind of like what you said, they weren't a slow rug. They just said, hey, we're shutting the doors. Like, we're done. They just couldn't handle the bear market. They didn't have they didn't have, as far as hiring, firing, just all the headaches that you come up against.
Yeah, the thing is, back during, I think that was like a 2017 ICO, if I remember correctly. So I'm assuming they raised more than enough to survive like 5, 6, 7 years. Yeah, under usual conditions, like if they knew what the fuck they're doing. But
yeah,
raising money was way too simple. The people behind these projects, especially back then, had usually no clue what they're doing. That's, for example, when you look at how many ICOs survived, there's one that comes to mind, Binance, because CZ is really smart and he's a real businessman. He knew what he's doing. So Binance raised a couple of millions, far less than Substratum and many other shitcoins that went to zero. But look what he's fucking made with those couple of millions. Yeah. But then those other projects with CEOs fucking age of 25, no clue what they're doing, not even finished their fucking school, just they raised 30 millions, 40 million. Some of them raised 80 millions and somehow managed to fucking go out of business within 1 year. Where's the fucking money? Honestly.
Right. Like, what happened?
Wild times. Yeah.
So there's so many projects that shut the doors and you don't really know what happened. And
most of it, honestly, was just a fucking cash grab. Like, you literally only had a website back then and they were raising $40 million with a website. And I have to admit, I invested in one of these, 45 million raise. Got shilled on YouTube back then. I had no idea what I'm doing. I literally just started. It was all over the place. I invested 1 Ethereum or something. And the funny thing is, I would have been able to make 10x on that.
Yeah.
Because back then, ICOs were fully unlocked. There was no vesting schedule as it is today. So when you invested, you had the full unlock. And it was 10x, but I had no clue what I'm doing again. So I held the whole bag from potentially 10x to minus 99 point something %.
Right. Sure. Yeah, I mean, so many.
But that's the learning experience.
At least 100. At least 100, maybe 200 or 300. Because I used to just ape into all kinds of shit out there, and some of them won. Like, I did well on a few. I misappropriated a lot of it. It's like, yeah. Your perspective.
It's still part of the game, So
right.
With every loss, with every rug pull, with all that shit that happens, you just keep learning and learning and learning. And
right.
Eventually there comes a bull market. You got your fundamentals in place, you got your mindset in place, and you're fucking make it.
Yep. That's right. I remember thinking that Polygon would not be a winner, like in my little litmus test that I had, and then how wrong I was. So, like, it's some of them surprise you. Some of them kind of they push through and they keep going, and it's because they have. If I could have just known, like the founder of Polygon and his drive, or as an example.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to dive deep and really get a feel for the founders and owners of projects. Find the ones you believe in. They all suck at messaging, marketing, and communicating. All of them, just about.
Yeah.
All of them.
Okay. I feel like the better the tech, the worse the communication. Because these, like, I'm not sure how to call them, like, for example, with Vitalik, nerdy, autistic kind of people, they're not really like going out on Twitter shilling stuff. That's not what they're doing. But in crypto, unfortunately, that's what you need. So you need to hire someone on the marketing side who's doing all that kind of shit.
And somebody with the vision, and that it has to fit right. It has to, but usually it doesn't. I find that more and more. And like, you need a Charles Hoskinson is what you need, like, to be the face of your project. And so you guys have to be in sync, right? So like, trying to explain that to a dev, they just don't get it. They think differently. They don't process like the way they even in their mind marketing. They hate it. They're like, that's like what shady car dealers do. Like, they don't get it. They just
did you ever get into Hex?
Yeah, I still got some.
Oh,
yeah, and I've got some full chain.
Hex, I think, is a great example. Richard Hart, I never bought any because for me in my little bubble, it's still a scam token.
Yeah,
I know people made shit tons of money, but for me personally, it's all just hype and stuff. But not talking about that, but more like about how brilliant of a marketing guy Richard Hart is, man. He's fucking king of marketing. He knows exactly how to get people in, but also when he's debating people, like I could go in there and tell him it's a scam. I could have a huge list with points what makes it a scam.
Yeah.
And he could still twist it around and make it look legit, man. He's so fucking good at that. He was debating Peter Schiff and other guys. Peter Schiff usually doesn't even talk about altcoins. He's only Bitcoin. But he was debating Richard Hart on Hex, and he was like I am, but even more like, of course it's a scam. It's not even a question. But Richard Hart fucking still ripped him apart. It's insane, man. Really smart guy, amazing at marketing. And the weird stuff he's doing, like wearing a female purse worth 50K.
Yeah,
he's not a like weirdo or anything. And in one interview he said, I'm wearing that for the attention.
Right.
Like, to stand out, I can't be like everyone. I'm doing the weirdest shit because that way I stand out. That's the only way.
Yep.
It's really smart, man.
And so just to find the perfect combination has always been part of my vision of have a Charles Hoskinson / Richard Hart type guy that's actually legit, on a phenomenal project. You combine those two things, it will take over. It'll be the biggest gainer. It'll be number 3 on the market cap or 4, it will.
Well,
it'll just go right.
Cardano and Hex fully diluted is probably easy in the top 10s as well. So
yeah, it is.
Knowing what I know now, I definitely would have invested into Hex. But yeah, it is what it is.
Right. What do you think?
At the end of the day, it's also about money, It's not about what you think is legit and stuff. Of course, you have your conviction FA plays, but at the end of the day, it's about money. So you can invest into shitcoins, you can invest into meme tokens, you can invest into absolute garbage, even into stuff is a scam, as long as you know when to pull out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've asked about Pulse Chain.
Yeah. Any thoughts? Same thing. You just kind of same thoughts with Hex.
To be honest, I'm kind of confused about Pulse Chain because there was this mirroring thing of Ethereum tokens. And I was really confused, like how is that going to work if you're just mirroring the whole chain, like billions and billions of value, just copying it, and where's the liquidity coming from? Like, okay, you get this token on paper, it's worth, I don't know, let's say you got worth 1K of token X. Now you got it on Pulse Chain, but you can't sell it. There's no bridge and there's no liquidity on the chain. So what the fuck is it even doing? That's what really confused me.
Right. Like the duplicating the token airdrop, it doesn't compute in my brain either. You can't do that. You can't just duplicate all the supply of the tokens. Like, how's that going to work? So that was odd. I agree there. So, okay. Man, there's one other question.
The chain itself, did you did you get
I just
on the pulse chain itself?
it's a speculative play. I did the sacrifice, whatever. I put in $2,000, and I think isn't the bridge open now? If I wanted to bridge it out of there,
I
I
think
could, but
it's open. Yeah, I think what you also can do, and you've been able to do it for a while, is you can deposit on OKX.
yeah.
OKX has a pulse chain token on it.
Okay. I wish in America we could do things like
in
America.
There's no OKX.
Yeah, they shut it down years ago. Man. I used to have an OKX account.
I didn't know. So what centralized exchanges are there?
All of them are basically like I do. You can access MEXC with a VPN. Most of them don't even work with a VPN.
That's the best you got.
And then, there's Binance.us. It's still open. It opened back up.
But it's kind of dead. Like what I'm seeing there is kind of strange. Stablecoins dumping. Bitcoin at a completely different price because people are fucking fleeing the exchange, and you kind of not really having the features to get into the platform or get back out. Like there's a lot of shit going on with Binance US right now.
Right. It's because they shut down USDC buying. So all you can do is sell the USDC.
Oh,
you got to send it off there.
Dumping. Yeah.
And it's just the USDC. I think everything else is fine as far as I know. I think. And so, and then Coinbase, I don't even know what's going on with Gemini. I think Gemini is still going as well. So,
yeah.
But it's not like you can get stuff like Pulse on any of those.
No. Even of course KuCoin. Not on US exchanges for sure.
Yeah, like it just hit me. KuCoin shut down. Dang it! And I meant to get my stuff out of there. You can still take it out, but you know how it is with the exchanges. I have like
what you could do. I can send you the link. I don't have my ID card here right now, so. There is this Palau ID card. Palau is a very tiny island. I'm not sure if you heard of it. Probably not. They have a population of 18K people, but it's an actual tiny island country.
Okay.
And what they're doing is they're giving you a digital residency. So you would have trouble as an US citizen if it would be an actual citizenship, but it's not. It's just a residency, and you can have residencies. That's not an issue as long as you're not fleeing, as long as you're not doing tax evasion or anything.
Right.
And then with that Palau digital residency, you can do KYC on KuCoin. Indy from our team has done his on KuCoin, and it worked out, the KYC part. So then you could use KuCoin with that Palau ID card.
Okay, nice.
I can send you the link.
Yeah, send me the link later on, when you get a time. Bert, see, for me, MEXC doesn't work, and I'm in Missouri. Doesn't work unless I use a VPN. I don't know why.
Is it in the US? Is it from state to state different? Which exchanges you can use? Yes. What rules you have? It's completely different. Every single state, or like most states have their own rules.
Usually, it's uniform across the country, but
but technically, they all can have their own rules.
Right. Like the states, like New York, they shut down Gemini, for example. Wow. Okay. So in certain states, you can't use certain exchanges. I think that's the case, even maybe for Binance US. I'm not sure.
In which state are you?
I'm in Missouri, south of St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. So
don't really know much about it.
Did you say, no, I'm not in the U.S. checkbox? I must have said, yes, I'm in the U.S. Is that the problem? Oh, I don't know.
But the thing is, if you check, no, I'm not in the U.S., but you are, a friend of mine had that happen to him. At some point, they just asked him for KYC, and that they think he's violating regulations. They know from the beginning that you're violating regulations, but these exchanges are fucking dirty. So what they do is hit you with the KYC out of nowhere later on when you already have your funds on there, and then they say, all right, do your KYC, prove that you're not US, and then you can withdraw your money. Otherwise, it's our money now. So
I dealt with
the
that.
money the money he had on the exchange, I think back in the day it was BitMax, but not the leverage trading BitMax. There's one with E and one with A. He had it on the one that's as Sendex now, and he never got his money out. He wasn't able to KYC, and they just kept his entire balance.
Yeah, right. I've dealt with that, and I was like they make it oftentimes like so hard, so many steps you got to do, and it's like they're hoping.
Of course, it's free money. Yeah,
it's like
they just keep it.
Oh man, yeah. I love you guys, Burke. Love you, Panda. Man, let's go. Twitter Spaces coming up.
Love the energy, man.
With the man himself, Bit Shaman. Let's go. This man right here, as soon as this video ends, he's going to go flex some biceps, going to the gym. Is it leg day or arms day today? Let's go.
I'm probably just going to do some push-ups at home, and then wait, let me show you. I got my iPad here, so I can show you.
Nice. So, a gym at home.
Right here. We have the water.
Oh my gosh, that's your house?
No, I'm in Croatia right now. I'm in Airbnb, yeah. So yeah.
Wow. Beautiful.
After this, I'm going for some rowing and some push-ups and stuff. Yeah. Have breakfast afterwards.
I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, I still have a bunch on Cryptopia. I kind of gave up on it. I've lost, you lose track of it. It's so crazy. Wow.
But I also make the retrieving process really hard, to be honest.
It's killing me. It is shady. There's been some exchanges where I'm just like, they know they're full of shit right now, being shady as hell.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. The SEC is the shadiest of them all, though. Because do they go after the actual shady ones?
Yeah.
Do they
actually? See it like Sam Bankman-Fried and his girlfriend, they are still fucking running around. No issues. They lost fucking tens of billions in customer funds. Literally, we're fucking gambling with them. The money's gone. People lost everything, lost their livelihoods, maybe got divorced, got depressed, maybe even some killed themselves, and nobody fucking cares about it.
Right. It's insane. It's insane. And then what does the government do? They shut down Binance US from buying Voyager, for example. Okay. Yeah. What were they protecting us from so we could get our damn money back out of Voyager? Yeah. I could have gotten 70% or more already by now. Oh, but they're protecting us? Yeah. And then all this shady stuff going on out there. It's just like, I love you, man. So why should there be like a legitimate people out there running the show? It's just like our world is lost.
I guess power corrupts, man. Always been like that. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But we got that's kind of the reason we got crypto for, I guess, and blockchains, because it's trustless if we're using actual protocols. Because at the end of the day, Binance, FTX, all these exchanges, they are still centralized entities. They are nothing more than a bank, literally just a bank, but for crypto.
Right.
But if you're using stuff as Uniswap, it's in your own hands, but comes with some work. You got to do your homework. You got to understand how to keep custody without getting hacked and stuff. Be careful. Then it's all good.
Yeah, that's good. We need to do more videos on how to self-custody. That's important. Yeah. A lot of people just aren't ready for that, and they'll probably lose it. Just as much risk there. It's like the bear market comes, they get disillusioned, they'll forget their keys, they'll lose their keys.
Yeah.
You got to know how to go about all that. Okay. Any final words, you good-looking hunk of man flesh?
Just hit the gym, eat healthy, be prepared for the next bull run.
I love it. There it is. There you have it, boys and girls. Panda with the gym hunters, who's tight with Bit Shaman. Awesome community. Lots of things going. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button. Follow these guys. Join us in Twitter Spaces. I'll get up there with them and shoot the shit with them on their Twitter Spaces sometimes. I love it. So come join us. Love you guys. Crypto Grady and Panda out. Let's go.
Thanks for having me.